Why do I fight? Well, that's actually a very good question. I don't need to. There's a lot of karate you can do that does not involve getting into a ring with someone who's determined to hit you, and I'm not doing it because I'm awesome at it. I'm really not that good. I mean, this what you're seeing right now, that's good fighting. What I do, it's about as good as I can do, but it's not spectacular. And you know, there are a lot of people, both men and women, who just don't do fighting. They focus on other aspects of karate instead, like kata or self-defense or just the fitness side of it, and that's fine. I mean, I used to be that way myself. When I started karate in 2001, for a few years, I did a fair bit of fighting, but then I got pregnant with my first baby, and obviously when you're pregnant, you can't really do any fighting, so I stopped, and then had the baby, and after that, well, you don't really want to come back and get hit again, and then I got pregnant again, and so I had 3 babies like that inside of 4 years, and then, you know, I just got out of the habit of sparring, and month by month, excuse by excuse, I just kept neglecting it until it had been 10 years that I'd spent without fighting. And that was enough. So last fall I started again, and I believe I've discovered something very important about it. I mean, it takes a lot of nerve to get into a ring in front of other people against opponents who often look terribly mean and scary, and obviously they're not. I mean, most of the fighters we fight with, they're actually quite nice and friendly, but they very often look pretty scary. And the thing is that they're getting in that ring determined to come at you with all they've got. And it's not uncommon for fighters to have to fight anxiety and sometimes a bit of a panic attack before they get into that ring. I've certainly had plenty of times myself, just before a tournament usually, I think pretty much just before every tournament, when I feel like, it's such a ridiculous idea. What am I doing? What am I doing getting in there with this ridiculous helmet? And why not just focus on kata instead? Right? The little voice in my head tells me, maybe you're not meant for this. Who needs to get punched in the nose anyway, right? Not me. I mean, I like my nose just the way it is. Thanks very much. But you know what? Every single time I make myself get in there anyway. And obviously I don't always win. Sometimes I lose pretty convincingly. But what I discover is that win or lose, the simple fact of getting suited up, bowing to the opponent, and fighting against them for 2 minutes or often more, while the crowd screams all around you, all that makes other challenges in your life pale by comparison. Suddenly publishing that novel isn't so scary. Suddenly having to deal with an annoying boss or colleague or anyone sounds like a walk in the park. And you know, you often hear people say that you should do something that scares you on a regular basis. And I remember hearing this and thinking, well, who needs that, right? Who needs to get scared? Yeah, now I get it. And I know who needs it. We all need it. For me, it's stepping into that ring that's scary. And maybe for you, it's completely different. Maybe you need to take the plunge and sing your songs in public, or publish that play, or I don't know, something you've been dying to do but haven't done because you were too scared to try it. Maybe you need to do that, just to prove to yourself that you can. I mean, try it, do it. Maybe you'll get your nose punched every now and then, but you also feel like $1,000,000 having had the nerve to push past your fear and just do it.